welcome to our 6th and final class of our beginner boxing series. Alright, so today we're going to learn how to pivot, and then we're going to put everything together and have some fun. Alright, so let's get warmed up. Now this is a home boxing series, so that means you don't need any equipment at all besides yourself and maybe a mat and some water. So I'm Coach Jimmy. I have my athletes here, Katula and 8-time national champion Ibrahim Firearm Kramal. Keep in mind that this is a beginner boxing class, and we recognize that not everyone has had prior boxing experience, so it might be a little bit strenuous for some, but just try your best, go at your own pace, and remember, I want you to do it correctly before we pick up the pace, alright? And remember to take lots of rests while you need it, okay? Alright, so this is supposed to be a home workout series, so for everyone at home, it's going to be minimal to no equipment, alright? So all the equipment you see here is just for demonstration purposes, alright? So we invite you to try every exercise, but if you're not comfortable with a certain exercise, you can skip it, and remember to try your best. We're going to get started with a nice and easy warm-up, alright? So they're not going to use the lines if they don't want to. The warm-up, purpose of the warm-up is just to get their internal temperature up, the body warmed up to reduce the risk of injury, and to also learn some fundamental movement patterns as well as some sport-specific movement patterns. So now we're going to get into a nice and easy warm-up. Each athlete will do each warm-up exercise for about 15 seconds or 15 reps, alright? So we're going to start off nice and easy, jumping jacks for 15. Jumping jack is a simple but effective exercise. It does raise your heart rate, alright? Open up your legs and arms at the same time, right? Some people make the mistake of doing the opposite, where they have their arms open and then they go like this, alright? So main thing, open your arms and legs at the same time.
1, 2, 3, count with me, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Good, alright. Alright, next one, get into knees up, just running on spot. This one's gonna be a little bit high tempo again, so remember, go at your own pace. Katula will demonstrate a lower pace for any beginners, and then Ibrahim will demonstrate a higher tempo, knees up, running on spot for anyone who feels a little bit more comfortable. For 15 seconds, 3, 2, 1, time's in.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Good job. Alright, next one we're gonna do butt kicks running on the spot for 15 seconds. Alright, so it's the exact same thing. Katula will demonstrate a slower pace, and Ibrahim will demonstrate a higher tempo for anyone who's feel comfortable, alright? So butt kicks, you're just gonna bring your heels to your butt, same thing, alright? Running on the spot, 3, 2, 1, time's in.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Perfect, good job. Alrighty. Next, we're just gonna do a little bit nice and easy bunny hops, left and right. Alright, so bunny hops, you're just gonna keep all the weight on your toes. That doesn't mean you're gonna keep your heels up. Alright, that just means most of the weight's gonna be on your toes. We're gonna go left and right over the line. Alright, we'll do it for 10 seconds for this one, okay? Ready and go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Good. Alright, now very quickly we're going to transition to forward and backward bunny hops over the line. So forward and back, just like that, alright? On your toes, nice and easy. Remember to go at your own pace and go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Good. Alright. So as you can see, the athletes are starting to get warmed up just a little bit. We want to raise our internal body temperature, all right, get our blood flowing, all right, just to reduce injury. Now, next, they're going to step back just a little bit, and then they're going to get into some leg swings. All right, so leg swings, main thing, you want to step back, you can step one step into it to swing your leg, opposite arm to opposite leg, all right, for 10, and go.
1.
Good.
2.
Alternating each time. Nice.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Good job. Okay, now they're gonna get in. They're gonna step back just a little bit, and now they're gonna get into some knees up and open up those hips. Okay. So they're gonna do 10. They're gonna alternate each time, 5 each leg total. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right, perfect. All right, now they're gonna get into a nice wide athletic stance, wider than shoulder width, and they're gonna do some trunk twist. All right, for 10 seconds, nice and easy at your own pace, and go.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Good.
5.
Notice that their legs
6,
stay still,
7,
all in the trunk.
8, 9, 10.
Good. Now all they're gonna do, they're gonna hinge at the hips, and they're gonna do the same thing, trunk twist, touching their toes for 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
10, good. All right, next, they're just gonna give me 5 nice and easy squats. So squats, I want everyone to be feet at least shoulder width apart, toes slightly pointed out. All right, and when you squat down, think about sitting in a chair, keep your back straight. All right, so that's nice and easy. 5 at your own pace. 3, 2, 1, and go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Good. All right. Now they're gonna do some side bends. All right. So side bends will work a little bit, stretch a little bit of the lat, and also work some of their oblique muscles at the same time. Okay. So they're just gonna do 10 side bends. All right. They're not gonna bend over too much. Bring that arm over each time. Okay. 3, 2, 1, and go.
1,
Just like that.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Good. All right, so now at this point that they've done a little bit of high tempo warm up just to get their heart pumping, their blood flowing, the body warm. All right, now we're gonna do some dynamic stretching. All right, so dynamic stretching is basically where we're stretching the muscles in a way that we're always moving. All right, so we don't want to be static stretching where it's just a stretch and hold. All right, that is not conducive to athletic performance. All right, so dynamic stretching, we're gonna start with our neck. We're just going to look left in one direction, dip your chin down nice and easy, nice and slow, and look the other way. 10 seconds back and forth at your own pace. 3, 2, 1, and go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Good. All right, next we're gonna do arms over forward, nice and big for 10, and go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Good. Now back. Go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Good. Now we're gonna do arms alternating up and down. Go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
And now they're gonna do some self hugs, and go for 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Good. All right, now they're gonna just spread their feet nice and wide. They're gonna reach forward, middle, and then back, keeping the legs straight, kind of pulsing the stretch in their legs each time, okay? This one for 10 seconds, so give a count of 10, just like this. 1, 2, ready, 3, 2, 1, and go.
1, 2,
That's it. They're just hinging at the hips,
3,
keeping their legs straight.
4,
This is a dynamic stretch.
5,
You should feel it in their legs.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Good. All right, and time. So that is a nice and easy warm up. Now we're gonna get into our boxing. Very quickly going to recap our boxing fundamentals, all right? So that means we're gonna very quickly go over our stance, our punches, and our defense that we learned yesterday, all right? So if you're right-handed, we're gonna drop your right leg back, and if you're left-handed, you're gonna drop your left leg back, all right? You'll notice Katula is wearing boxing gloves. That's for demonstration purposes only, all right? You don't need any equipment at home. Good. Now, you're gonna have a slight bend in our knees, all right? Nice and relaxed. They're gonna bring their hands up, curl their fingers in, thumbs on the outside, hands up, chin level, elbows in, protecting their body, all right? And I want their chin just slightly tucked in. Good. So, nice and relaxed in their stance, knees are bent, good. Now, the 6 basic punches. So, number 1 is a jab from our front hand straight punch, all right, from our front side. So, do it with me, 1. Good. They're gonna add a little small step with it now when they throw their 1. 1.
1,
Good. One more time. 1.
1,
Good. Now, they're gonna throw the 2. 2 is a stationary straight punch from our backhand, all right? So remember to rotate the hips, toe, knee, hip, arm. And go. 2.
2,
Good. One more time. 2.
2,
Good. Now, one thing to remember when you're punching, always keep one hand on your chin no matter what. Good. Now, 3 will be our front hook. Our lead hook is a looping punch. All right, so nice and easy. 3.
3,
Good. Notice you're going to rotate your hips with it. Toe, knee, hip, arm. One more time. 3.
3,
Good. Now, exact same thing. 4 will be our rear hook. Okay, so 4, same thing, just from our backhand.
4,
Good. Notice the hip rotation, toe, knee, hip, and arm. One more time. 4.
4,
Good. All right. 5 will be our front uppercut. All right, uppercut just coming straight up the middle from our lead hand. So 5.
5,
Good. And then always bring your hands right back to our chin. One more time. 5.
5,
Good. Last punch, as you can guess, our back uppercut. Very easy. Uppercut from our backhand. 6.
6,
Good. You're just going to rotate the hips into it just a little bit. 6.
6,
Nice. All right, now we're going to go over the basic defense really quick. All right, so the basic defense to the 1, 2, it's slip, slip. All right, so main thing you want to think about, take your head off the center line, left or right.
slip, slip,
Good. One more time.
slip, slip.
Good. And always keeping your hands up on your chin. All right, in our stance. Good. Now for the 3, 4, all right, you're going to go under, under. Initiating the movement with your knees and then going under the punch, and go.
Under, under.
Good. As you can see, Kutul is demonstrating the stationary under. Ibrahim is demonstrating the little bit more advanced sidestepping under. All right, good job. Good. Now our last 2 defense will be 5 and 6. So the defense in 5 and 6, you have 2 options. You can either lean back or you can step back. Good. All right. So for this drill, they're going to work on opposite arm, opposite leg coordination, all right? So I'll demonstrate very quickly. Opposite arm, for the first 10 seconds or so, they're just going to be walking forward and backwards. Very easy, just how you normally would walk. We're just exaggerating the arm movement a little bit, okay? So you see, opposite arm, opposite leg, right? So Petula and Ibrahim will just walk forward and backwards, exaggerating their arm swings, making sure it's opposite, opposite.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Good. So now they're going to build upon that, all right? If that is a little bit tricky for you, just make sure to spend a little bit more time on it, all right? So now they're going to build upon that, all right? everyone at home knows the boxing stance from the first video. So we're gonna have our hands up like our boxing stance, but we're not gonna be in our boxing stance, okay? We're still gonna be walking forward with our legs, but this time we're just gonna be throwing the 1-2s out, opposite arm, opposite leg, forward and backwards. So go nice and slow, all right, to start. All right, and go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Alrighty. So as you can see, that one is a little bit tricky. All right, coordination is a little bit tricky. So don't be afraid to make mistakes. All right, we're all here to learn. Okay, so this drill is a great drill to help build coordination and a little bit of a kinesthetic awareness. All right, so kinesthetic awareness means a sense of your body. All right, so now we're gonna build on that. We're gonna do the same thing, opposite arm, opposite leg, but now we're gonna do 3s and 4s, so our hooks going forward and backwards, nice and slow and controlled. All right, so remember, don't be afraid to make mistakes. All right, we're all learning here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Good. All right. And as you can guess, the last one coming up is going to be 5, 6. But one more thing, just to remember, always keep one hand up at all times. All right. So go nice and slow. Okay. To make sure you're doing it correct. Opposite arm, opposite leg, and go. 5, 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And time. All right. So good job on the coordination drill. We're going to learn how to pivot. All right. So pivoting is a footwork motion. All right. So we're going to be in our boxing stance. All right. So if you're in a room, right, your room has 4 walls, right? Your wall in front of you, wall behind you, walls to your sides. And we're going to practice pivoting 90 degrees. All right, just so we'll keep it nice and simple. So that means we're always going to be facing one of the 4 walls in this room. Okay, so we're in our stance, pivoting. Our front foot always stays. We're going to push off the back foot. All right, and then we're going to turn left. As you can see now, I'm facing that wall. Okay, turn left again, pivot. Okay, now I'm facing the back wall, pivot again, facing that wall, pivot one more time. Now I'm facing the camera again. All right, so no matter which way we pivot, left or right, our front foot stays where it is, all right? And back foot is the one that is moving, okay? So boxers, for the first minute, we're just gonna pivot to our left, okay? Ready, time is in and go. So at your own pace, good job. And remember, make sure after every pivot, you're still in your stance, proper stance, nice and balanced. Facing one of the 4 walls in the room. Good job. Keep it up. Good job. And remember, make sure after every pivot, you're still in your stance, proper stance, nice and balanced. Facing one of the 4 walls in the room. Good job. Keep it up. Time. Now my boxers are going to pivot to the right for a minute. Good. Always make sure you're always in your stance. Your front foot stays where it is. Good work. Remember, use your toes as a pivot point, your front toe. Good job, keep it up. Remember to go at your own pace. Check your feet after every time you pivot. Make sure you're facing one of the 4 walls in your room, pivoting 90 degrees. Good job, keep it up. Remember to go at your own pace. Check your feet after every time you pivot. Make sure you're facing one of the 4 walls in your room, pivoting 90 degrees. Time. Now we're gonna put our pivots together with our punches. Okay, so we're gonna be in our stance. We're gonna throw the 1-2 first, and then we're gonna pivot to the left. All right, we're gonna do that for 1 minute, and then we're gonna pivot to the right. So in our stance, hands up, 1-2, and then pivot to the right. Okay, good. All right, so boxers in your stance, ready? So 1-2, pivot to the left. Ready? Time is in. Go. That's it. All the way out with the 1-2s. Good. At your own pace, and make sure you're throwing all your punches correctly. Good. That's it. Good work. Keep it up. Hands are up when you're pivoting. That's it. All the way out with the 1-2s. Good. At your own pace, and make sure you're throwing all your punches correctly. Good. That's it. Good work. Keep it up. Hands are up when you're pivoting. Now my boxers are going to throw the 1-2 and pivot to the right. Go. That's it. 1-2 and then pivot to the right. Remember, 90-degree pivots, you should always be facing one of the 4 walls in your room. That's it. Good job. Keep it up. Good work. That's it. 1-2 and then pivot to the right. Remember, 90-degree pivots, you should always be facing one of the 4 walls in your room. That's it. Good job. Keep it up. Good work. Time. Now we're gonna put everything together that we've learned in all 6 classes, and now we're gonna put it together for our shadow box. We're gonna do 1, 2, slip, slip, and then pivot off. Okay, so you can pivot off any direction you want. Okay, remember, put everything together that we've learned, right, on our toes, on our pendulum. 1, 2, slip, slip, and pivot off. Okay, so go at your own nice and easy pace. 1, 2, slip, slip. Pivot off. Other than that, always be nice and light on your feet. Ready, boxers? Time is in and go. That's it. Always nice and light on your toes, at your own pace. Good job. As you can see, Ibrahim Firearm Kamal, former 8-time national champion, is, really good at this drill. Really good at boxing in general. Good work, keep it up. Good job, 1, 2, slip, slip, and then pivot off, always on our toes, in our pendulum, good. That's it. Always nice and light on your toes, at your own pace, good job. As you can see, Ibrahim Firearm Kamal, former 8-time national champion, is, really good at this drill. Really good at boxing in general. Good work, keep it up. Good job, 1, 2, slip, slip, and then pivot off, always on our toes, in our pendulum, good. That's it. Always nice and light on your toes, at your own pace. Good job. As you can see, Ibrahim Firearm Kamal, former 8-time national champion, is, really good at this drill. Really good at boxing in general. Good work, keep it up. Good job, 1, 2, slip, slip, and then pivot off. Always on our toes, in our pendulum, good. Time. Now we're gonna throw 3, 4, under, and then pivot off. Okay, so as you notice, we're trying to add in our pivots that we learned today, just so we mix it in with everything that we've learned and it becomes natural to us. Okay, so boxers, 3, 4, under, and then pivot off. All right, remember to keep it always in your stance, hands are up, and time's in, go. That's it, good job. 3, 4, under, and then pivot off. Other than that, always nice and light on our toes. Remember our boxer pendulum. That's it. Remember to go at your own pace. All right, we don't always need to go as fast as former 8-time national champion Ibrahim Kamal. Everyone's at different levels, so remember to go at your own pace. Make sure you do it correct. Stay nice and balanced. Good job. Stay nice and relaxed, breathing. That's it, good job. 3, 4, under, and then pivot off. Other than that, always nice and light on our toes. Remember our boxer pendulum. That's it. Remember to go at your own pace. All right, we don't always need to go as fast as former 8-time national champion Ibrahim Kamal. Everyone's at different levels, so remember to go at your own pace. Make sure you do it correct. Stay nice and balanced. Good job. Stay nice and relaxed, breathing. That's it. Remember to go at your own pace. All right, we don't always need to go as fast as former 8-time national champion Ibrahim Kamal. Everyone's at different levels, so remember to go at your own pace. Make sure you do it correct. Stay nice and balanced. Good job. Stay nice and relaxed, breathing. Time. Now, we're gonna throw 5, 6, and a defense to the 5, 6. We're gonna step back and then pivot off any direction we want. Other than that, nice and light on our toes in our boxer pendulum. Ready, boxers? 5, 6, step back, pivot off. Time is in, go. Good work, good pivots, good footwork, nice and relaxed. Just let it flow. 5, 6, step back, pivot off. Good job, nice and light on our feet. Keep it up, you got it. At your own pace. Good work, good pivots, good footwork, nice and relaxed. Just let it flow. 5, 6, step back, pivot off. Good job, nice and light on our feet. Keep it up, you got it. At your own pace. Good work, good pivots, good footwork, nice and relaxed. Just let it flow. 5, 6, step back, pivot off. Good job, nice and light on our feet. Keep it up, you got it. at your own pace. Time. Our last round for shadow boxing of our beginner boxing series, all right? So now we're gonna put everything that we've learned together, okay? So that means open shadow boxing, all right? So now you don't have any set instructions by your coach, open shadow boxing, all right? Main thing, you wanna put everything together. Always moving ahead, working the defense if you're not punching, all right, and active on your feet, right? Circular movement, linear movement, lateral movement, pivots, everything, okay? And of course, work behind your jab.
You guys throw out some punches, put everything you know together. This is the last round, let's have some fun.
All right, ready boxers, open shadow boxing, get creative with it. Ready, last round, and time is in. Good. Remember to always be on your toes, work behind your jab. Remember, we learned the 1 and 2 to the body. You can add that in as well. Good job. Remember to stay nice and relaxed. Breathing when you're punching. Good. Work all your defense, your slips, your unders, your pullbacks, your step backs. Good work. You got it. Good. Of course, you can work a shell defense every now and then if you want. Good work. That's it. Keep it going. Get creative. Just remember the fundamentals. Always stay in your stance, nice and balanced. Hands are up, working behind the jab. Remember, we learned the 1 and 2 to the body. You can add that in as well. Good job. Remember to stay nice and relaxed. Breathing when you're punching. Good. Work all your defense, your slips, your unders, your pullbacks, your step backs. Good work. You got it. Good. And of course, you can work a shell defense every now and then if you want. Good work. That's it. Keep it going. Get creative. Just remember the fundamentals. Always stay in your stance, nice and balanced. Hands are up, working behind the jab. Time. So for our last workout, we're gonna make us do some calisthenics. All right, so calisthenics, of course, some bodyweight exercises, very good for boxing, okay? So we're gonna do 3 sets of 10 push-ups, 3 sets of 10 squats, and then 3 sets of 10 lunges. Main thing, all right, I want you to do the exercise correctly, all right, before you add in any speed or any weight to the exercises, okay? So first one will be push-ups. We're gonna do 3 sets of 10 push-ups. As you can see, Katula is giving us a modified push-up. So for any beginners who might struggle with push-ups, we're gonna do modified push-ups. He's gonna go on his knees, keeping his torso and his knees in one straight line, all right? And Ibrahim will perform a regular push-up. All right, ready? 10 push-ups and go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
We're gonna do 3 sets of 10 squats next. So for squats, make sure your feet are at least shoulder width apart, toes slightly pointed out. Your heels will be on the ground the whole time, all right? So keep your torso upright. Ibrahim will give us a side view. Ketula will give us a regular front view. 10 reps and go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
So now, lunges, probably one of the harder exercises, all right? But of course, it is a fundamental movement. So for a lunge, all right, this will be a lunge. You'll see my leg is a 90-degree angle, all right, and one knee is close to the ground. You don't have to touch the ground with your back knee if you don't want to. All right, main thing, you want to keep your torso upright, your shoulders back. You don't want to be leaning over like this. All right, so lunge and lunge, okay? 3 sets of 10. Ready, Ibrahim will give us a side view. Ketula will give us a regular front view. For 10, 3, 2, 1, and go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright guys, so now we're starting our cool down. These exercises are what we're doing. I've done them since from my amateur career on to my professional career, and I've picked up a lot of these exercises from many different coaches, not only domestically but abroad in various training camps, games, and competitions. So you guys are gonna get a look into what I've been doing for 18 years as a competitive athlete. Alrighty, and remember, take your time, and I invite you guys to try all the various exercises, whether you can go up to the count of 10, 15, 5, or 3. So hang in there and have some fun. Alright, our first exercise, we're gonna just do a simple crunch. We're gonna go to the count of 15. Again, go at your own pace. So we're gonna have our feet up, locked, our hands behind our head. We're just gonna touch our elbows to our knees. We're gonna go to the count of 15. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Alright, our next exercise, we're going to be doing leg raises. Again, go to the count of 15. If you can only manage to go to the count of 10, no problem, no worry. You have to have a starting point, and you can progress always. Alright, so we're just going to have our feet together, hands underneath our tailbone. We're going to go up and down. A modified version would be having one foot down, lifting the other foot, going to the count of 10, and then switching to the other foot. Alrighty, so we're gonna put our feet together, we're gonna lift them up and down to the count of 15, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Excellent job, guys. Now our next exercise, we're gonna go to scissors. So, again, go at your own pace. 2 ways to do this. The modified version, you're gonna lift your leg all the way up 1, and then rotating, alternating legs. Okay? So already we're gonna have our feet up straight. We're just gonna flutter like so. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Whew. All right, our next exercise, we're gonna go opposite elbow, opposite knee. We're gonna be working on the obliques here. It'll help strengthen when we throw our punches as we rotate our hips. All right. So we're gonna have our right leg crossed over our left arm behind our head, and we're gonna go elbow to knee. Ready to the count of 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Good. So you'll notice he's bringing his elbow towards his knee. He's not bringing his knee closer towards his elbow. Your elbow does not have to actually touch your knee, but just going that general cross direction.
14, 15. All right, we did one side. Now we're going to do the other side. Again, this time our left leg on top of our right arm behind our head, and we're going to go elbow to knee. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So guys, now we're going to go on to side crunch. So we're gonna do one side first, and then we're gonna do our other. Again, this is to work your obliques to help when you're turning your punches in to generate more power. All right, so we're just gonna pick a side. We're gonna lay on the side like so. Okay, get your hands up by your chin. You gotta keep it all the way up, and then we're just gonna lift side crunch up. Ready? An easy way to keep tabs is you can try to touch your calf. Ready? We're gonna go to the count of 15. 1, 2.
So as you'll notice, side crunch is working his obliques. His lower body is relaxed on the ground. All the motion is in his trunk. All right, so he's using his obliques, his muscles, to pull himself up. Try to not use any momentum. Your neck might be a little bit tired at this point, so that's why you can use your hand to help support your head and your neck.
14, 15. All right, now on to our other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
At this point, you can see you might be getting a little bit tired, so you can do what Ibrahim is doing. You can swing your arm just a little bit, just to use a little bit of momentum. But the main thing, you always want to keep the tension in your obliques. 14 and 15. Our next exercise, we're going to lie on our back. We're going to put our feet straight up, and we're going to try to touch our toes. So this one is a bit difficult too, because one, I am not that flexible, so you'll see my knees pretty bent. I've got very tight hamstrings. I know I should be stretching, and you guys should sort of do so as well. So all right, we're going to go to count of 15. Again, feet up in the air, as straight as you can get them. We're just going to touch our toes. Ready? And 1. Alright, so main thing, he's working his abs right here. You want to keep your lower back flat to the ground. Alright, your legs as straight as you can, but as you can see, if you're not flexible, you can have a nice bend in your legs. Try and touch your toes. You don't actually have to make contact with your toes, just that general direction.
14, 15. Our next exercise, we're going to do bicycle. So we're going to resemble the motion of riding a bike, like so. We're going to have our feet in a cycling motion, but we're going to add getting our elbow to our knees. Okay, so we're going to cycle both with our upper body and lower body. A quick modification, if you just want to try it out, beginner level, beginning stages, Just only focus on the lower body, on your feet making the bicycle motion. All right, and then as you develop and do this more, you can add in upper body as well. To the count of 15. 1, 2, 3.
So you can see he's pumping out his legs. His legs are not touching the ground the whole time. He's keeping his lower back flat to the ground. And as you can see, his core is engaged. His upper back is off the ground the whole time.
13, 14, 15. All right, guys, next we're going to go on to twists. So we're going to have our feet up, cross, and we're going to touch the ground side to side. A modification, beginning stages, you can keep your feet on the ground and then just touch, touch, touch. You can elevate one foot and alternate between the two and work your way up to having both feet off the ground. Ready? And 1, 2, 3.
All right, so for the twist, you can see his lower body remains generally stationary. His upper body is doing all the work, all right? So you're all twisting in your core and your trunk.
13, 14, 15. All right, guys, we're going to do plank with a count of 15. All right, so elbows down and ready, lifting up. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, so you can see plank, he's keeping in this nice, his body in a nice straight line, all right? So you want to make sure your hips are not sagging up or sagging down. Your core is engaged all around.
14, 15. All right, now we're going to go on to super plank, which is basically a plank, but you're going to extend your arms up into push-up position. Ready, and 1, 2, 4, 5, 6.
So exact same motion as a regular plank. Your body is in a straight line, but it might be a little bit harder because it just puts a little bit of work on your shoulders, which helps strengthen our shoulders for boxing.
14, 15. Now we're going to move on to opposite arm, opposite leg in the plank position, starting with our elbow down. So elbow down, and then we're going to go up like so.
All right, so as you can see, opposite arm, opposite leg. This one is a great exercise for our lumbar spine. He's keeping his back straight. Opposite arm, opposite leg, holding it out with a static hold.
14, 15. Now other side.
All right, so now he's doing his other side, working his entire back through both ways, all right? So our lumbar spine goes through a lot of stress when we're boxing, right? Boxing, we're twisting, so it requires a lot of core strength. Remember to always strengthen your lower back as well as your abs and obliques.
13, 14, 15. Now we're going to go on to super plank again, opposite arm, opposite leg. Just like how we did the regular plank, down on our knee, on our elbows, we're going to go fully straight up. Whew, it's actually pretty hard and tiring. Alright, opposite arm, opposite leg. 1, ooh, hard, 2, 3, 4.
All right, so this one's just a little bit harder since he is a little bit more elevated and only 2 points touching on the ground, but main thing, working our lumbar spine, try to keep your body straight.
11, 12, 13, almost 14, whew, 15. Whew, that was pretty hard. All right, now we're gonna go to the opposite side. Again, guys, this is for you guys who really want to try the advanced plank. It's pretty hard. Even me, after all of my years of boxing and training, it's still pretty hard to keep up for 15 seconds. 1, 2.
All right, so you can see at this point, he has done a lot of core exercises, so he is struggling a little bit. Main thing to remember, you always want to keep your hips pointing towards the ground, and you don't want your hips turning too much.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Whew. All right, now we're going to go on to side plank. Ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4.
Side plank, exact same thing as a regular plank. He's going to keep his body in a nice straight plane, all right, engaging his obliques. That keeps him straight.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, now we're going to go on to the other side of our plank, of our side plank. to the count of 15. 1, 2, 3, 4.
So other side, exact same thing. Make sure your core is engaged. If you're on a mat, you can use your elbow. If you're on a floor, I'd suggest going in a hand, just so it's easier and you don't hurt your elbow.
13, 14, 15. All right, now we're gonna do superside plank or arm extended. And 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right, so it's superside plank, the exact same thing as regular plank. Now we're just on our hands. It might be a little bit harder since we have to go up a little bit more with the hips to keep our body straight. Just make sure your body's in one straight line.
12, 13, 14, 15. All right, now we're gonna be the other side of our super plank. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Good job, guys. Okay, guys, so now we're going on to some back exercises. We worked on our core, on our front. Now we got to work on our back muscles so that we can avoid injury. If you have a stronger core and a weaker back, chances are you're going to injure your back because the back is not as strong as the front, and it's going to overcompensate and lead to injury. So always whenever we work core or ab exercises, we're going to do the same for the back. Just like when you're in the weight room and you're doing bicep curls, you have to do tricep extensions so they can even out. All right, so we're just going to get on our tummy. And I invite you guys to lift opposite arm, opposite leg. In my case, it's going to be my left arm up, my right leg up. So we're going to go up to the count of 15. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, 4.
Good. So
6.
remember, go opposite arm, opposite leg. So for beginners, go nice and slow just so you're doing it correct. You can see Ibrahim's going nice and fast because he is a little bit more advanced.
13, 14, 15. All right, so now we're gonna go to the opposite. So my right arm and my left leg. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, since we're down on our tummies, we're gonna do both arms, both legs. We're gonna lift them up together. Ready to the count of 15. Ready, and 1, 3, 4, 5, 6.
This is a great exercise, all right? It's a little bit easier than opposite arm, opposite leg. The main thing you want to remember, always keep your hips on the ground, your arms and upper body, and your legs are rising off the ground together.
13, 14, 15. Alrighty, we're on to our last component of our cool down. We're gonna be doing push-ups. So I invite you guys, we're gonna go to the count of 15. Go your own pace, however you can get done. In my count, that's great. I'll just set it as a benchmark and we'll try to get better our next training session. Alright, so we're gonna go for 15 push-ups. Ready? And 1, 2, 3.
So push-ups is a great calisthenics exercise. Calisthenics means body weight exercise, so it's great for athletics and especially for boxing. So main thing is keeping his body straight, pushing with his arms. If you're beginner, you can go on your knees, but you just want to keep your body straight if you're on your knees.
And 15. Excellent, good job guys. That was a great workout today.
So thank you everyone for joining us for our beginner boxing series. Hopefully you all enjoyed that and learned some boxing.
Thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate you guys taking the time out to watch us and learn something. Just remember guys, go at your own pace. Remember you're by yourself, you're alone, nobody's there watching you. If you feel it's too hard, okay, slow it down a bit, take it easy. There are 6 sessions. You can always tune back in, join the next session and catch up. Or you can keep replaying the first couple of sessions over and over until you get the hang of it, and then you can progress to the next sessions. Just remember, have fun guys. It's not a competition or anything. There's different levels of fitness and athleticism. So take your time with it, enjoy, have fun. Hopefully you guys loved it.